when, along with her dads, Eric and Andrew, are enjoying a nice vacation at a remote cabin in the woods. However, they soon find themselves faced with unwanted company when 4 strangers hold them hostage and begin preaching about the end of the world. And the 4 strangers give the family one choice: save their family or save the world. This is M. Night Shyamalan's Knock at the Cabin. Knock at the Cabin is the latest film from director M. Night Shyamalan. Character break here for a second. It's raining right now, and you don't know how much I wanted real thunder to clap when I said M. Night Shyamalan. But we're too hard on M. Night Shyamalan. He's made some great movies. Unbreakable and Split are 2 fantastic films. The Sixth Sense, Signs, The Happening, The Last Airbender. Okay, he does have his fair share of duds, but I definitely still think the good outweighs the bad. And Knock at the Cabin is a M. Night Shyamalan film that is good.
What a twist!
You knew that clip was coming somewhere in this review, so it was best to just get it done early. This is an extremely interesting and engaging thriller that'll have you hooked from minute 1. I think there's no better way to start this review out other than talking about Dave Bautista's scary good performance in this film. He may not technically be the main character of the film, but he is without a doubt the biggest part of the film. And I mean that figuratively and literally. We may know Bautista as the lovable lug Drax, but this character's far from Drax. The best way I can describe his character in this film is calm. He's a very calm guy. I don't think he rose his voice once throughout this film. He talks to people, especially kids, on their level, and it's scary good. In the way he speaks and the way he presents himself, you're not seeing a bad guy. And that's the most eerie part of it all, is just how welcoming he is. And on top of all of that, this is the first film with an athlete turned actor to hammer home just how big these guys are. I've never seen a movie with Dwayne Johnson and Shaquille O'Neal where they really just hammer home that they're a big, scary dude, and if you piss him off, oh boy. Luckily, the worst I got was a block on Twitter. Playing the film's lead characters are Jonathan Groff and Ben Aldrich. And I really enjoyed their performances in this film. I thought they had a good relationship and played a good pair of dads. They were both a different kind of dad, one being the responsible dad and one being the fun dad. And then there's their daughter, played by Kristen Shui. I sincerely hope I pronounced that name right. Who is just as good in this film as she is adorable. All in all, a surprisingly good cast. There are even a few I didn't mention out of fear of spoilers, but really everyone in this movie was surprisingly good. And I think that has to do with the writing. Now, M. Night movies get a lot of flack for their writing, and rightfully so in some cases. M. Night Shyamalan does a great job at directing weird characters. Characters that are out of the box and they're not meant to be normal people. Mr. Glass and Kevin Wendelcrum are 2 great examples of that. 2 phenomenal examples of out-of-the-box characters that his writing works excellently on. Unlike a movie like Old, where the characters are supposed to be normal humans, but the writing just isn't good enough for me to believe that they are normal humans. However, in this film, the writing is perfect. Okay, maybe perfect's not the right word, but it's perfect for a film like this. Dave Bautista, along with the other 3 strangers, are weird characters, and they're meant to be a little off-putting. So the writing being a little out of the box works for characters like this. The dads and the daughter, I don't think had an M. Night line at all. All of their dialogue did not seem like something M. Night wrote. I know it's based off a book and they might be taking a lot from the book, which helps it translate better, but I was impressed with how Shyamalan's writing works for the strangers and how it just wasn't present at all for the family. Unless I missed something, but that was weird. Another thing that I really appreciated about this film is it just kind of starts and doesn't stop until it ends. It's an extremely heart-pounding thriller that's intense and engaging as hell. There are some flashback scenes about the dad's history together, and those scenes definitely slow the film down just the right amount, I felt. It lets you appreciate their relationship just a little bit more, because if they didn't have that, this film would just be a snuff film. This would absolutely just be a snuff film. There is one plot point, however, that I just wasn't feeling. It's brought up around the middle of the movie, I want to say, and it's kind of just swept under the rug until it gets brought back around the end of the movie, and then it just kind of gets going again a little bit, and then it's just kind of forgotten. They don't really delve into it that much, and I wish they did. I think they could have done a lot more with that plotline. And this is absolutely just going to be a personal thing, depending on whoever watches the movie. If you're a camera nut and need things to be framed perfectly, you're going to have a problem with this movie. There were a lot of creative framings for this film that really make everything feel like it's on its side, both figuratively and literally. However, there are some that I'm just like, okay, what are we doing here? I prefer what M. Night did with this film with the camera than what he did in Old. Oh my god, remember when the camera was just shaking back and forth from the characters? Oh god, it made me want to vomit. But really, as a whole though, I was really surprised by this film. The entire cast is great, with the biggest standout being Dave Bautista, and it's just an extremely engaging film that just hooked me. I will admit, this film's not the happiest thing on the planet. On a scale of 1 to The Mist, I'd give it a 6. But it's still a movie that I can definitely recommend. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please consider hitting that like button, and if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to be notified when my next review drops. Until next time, I'm Quint Dunaway, hoping you will keep it cinematic.